Good evening, everybody. It's Carlos Hernandez,
John Tenta,
and Jeremy Knight.
And we're here with the Seabass Chinaman Adventure Hour, which you didn't see because right behind my man John.
That's right.
As you saw from the promo that's been out on YouTube now, it's scoring up 1 million hits by now. We're going to be just a few guys sitting down talking about the simple pleasures of life, movies, television, video games, comic books, technology, music, what have you. And everything's done with sponsorship. Real sponsorship. This week we got Bud Light Lime, Limerita. Over here, as you see.
We got the beautiful energy drink of Red Bull. Mixes well with almost any soda.
And your V8 V Fusion Energy Plus.
And you can mix the Red Balls and the V8 and have something. What would you call that? A Red Bull and a V8.
Red Bull and V8. I call that. I don't even know. A vegetable. That's it's pomegranate blueberry flavor mixed with the Red Bull energy drink. That's I don't know.
What would you call it? I'm like trying to think of what you're talking
about. It's like an antioxidant kind of spark.
As you know, I'm the originator of the Pineapple Express, which is a pineapple crush in Red Bull. And we call that Pineapple Express. We got the Blue Balls, which was a blue raspberry Red Bull. But I guess we could come up with an idea later. You know what I'm saying?
You can ponder it while it goes on, I guess.
I like that word, ponder.
That's good.
So
doesn't get enough credit, that word.
Ponder. So the San Diego Comic-Con is this weekend, and to inaugurate, we're going to talk about a mixture of, I guess, film and superheroes. So we got here. What? This is our man Lee. Lee's here out of nowhere, appearing surrealistically in between me and John. And nothing to do with doorbells ringing. I want to take a time before we even get into anything to talk a little bit about ourselves. I'm Carlos Hernandez. You may remember me from the hit show Dun and Dunner. I did that radio show where we talk about the same thing, pop culture, but with Delano Dunn, one of the most monotone artists you can ever find. So after 6 episodes of that on the radio and 3 episodes on YouTube, the show was canceled. But I'm a film major, and I've been doing nothing but pondering my life since then. Why don't we start with Jeremy at the end. Jeremy, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Jeremy Knight. I was born in Chicago, Illinois. I moved to Texas 10 years ago. I don't know how long. And I'm a film major, going to study at University of Houston. And I know some stuff about movies.
He's the movie guy. He's the other movie guy.
He's the go-to movie guy. And Chicago. Chicago's a nice town to live.
Chicago.
Some great films shot in Chicago. One of my favorite, The Blues Brothers, which opened up the show. The Blues Brothers.
That's right.
Can't turn you loose. And my man here, John Tenta. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born in Canada. I'm Canadian. I'm not an American citizen. You look at my name, you'll find a bunch of results on this big old wrestler guy. That's my dad. Other than that, I'm just hanging out in Houston, going to school. And that's about it.
School boy. He's the everyman. We chose John to be the everyman. John knows a little bit about this, sometimes a little bit about that.
Every now and then I know a little bit about that.
A little bit about this, and then the final guy who's been in all those promos that you girls have been writing comments on YouTube is this guy here. Introduce yourself.
I'm Lee DuBoise. I'm going into 10th grade. Lived in Texas most of my life, and I know a bit about games, a little bit. So I'm learning about movies because these guys here, but other than that, not much.
So as you see, this generation gap. You got from born in the 70s, born in the 90s, and then this kid born in, when were you born?
90s.
Were you born in the 90s? that doesn't work, actually. But so we want to come. We want to help everybody learn a little bit about movies like we do. And like I said, television, video games, all the stuff we like so much. So again, we're going to start off talking about San Diego Comic-Con going on right now. And the big film that everyone's talking about is, what's his name? Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight Rises, right? Is that what it's called? That crap? The Dark Knight Rises. And we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll also talk about Spider-Man. I know that everybody here has seen Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Not
So
I.
John.
I've not
John
seen it.
has not seen Spider-Man, so
Well, he doesn't count.
I guess I'm.
he's from Canada.
I'm
He doesn't count.
non-existent.
No.
That's
But he's not an American-born citizen. No. So let's start off first about I guess the expectations of the Dark Knight, and then we can talk a bit about how Spider-Man turned out and how you can compare both films. Jeremy, tell me a little bit, because you saw it first. Tell me a little bit about your take on Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. I liked it a whole lot more than the original. I also saw the original though when I was 10 years old. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, it came out
It was a long
2001.
time ago, but I've rewatched it since then. But I think the new one had just a whole lot of realism factor to it. I think Andrew Garfield's character was a lot more relatable, and I think he was excellent. Actually, after seeing him in The Social Network, I was really excited to see him play Peter Parker, and he did not disappoint. And then you have Emma Stone, who is just she's awesome, and
ever since Superbad.
yeah, she's awesome.
Superbad's
So.
a good film.
So it just made a good combination. I think they were really good together. They're actually dating in real life. I think as of now. I don't know. Which it was believable. The whole movie was a lot more believable, I think, than the original. And I think it wasn't as cheesy. I liked that. It wasn't nearly as cheesy as the original. I mean, I think some of the jokes were a little bit more down to earth.
And you were also saying that you liked Peter Parker as a character a lot more.
Yeah.
He's more. You said he was a lot more intimate, almost. But.
Yeah. I think he handled the whole just having his powers. I think he handled it like a normal teenager would.
Yeah.
Whereas he didn't just take on the role of Spider-Man immediately. It kind of developed his character a little bit slower in this film than I think they did in the original Spider-Man. I thought that was really good.
Agreed.
They set a good foundation for the next few films. I think I'm excited to see the next one. I really enjoyed it.
What do you think about the whole notion that Marvel is using their Spider-Man vehicle as their Oscar push? I mean, what do you think about this whole comparing Andrew Garfield to James Dean in Giant or other films like this big dramatic push, compared to say Avengers, which is colors and explosions.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Dramatic push with the comic book films.
Because as they said,
The Dark Knight.
the Marvel Studios, and this is what I mean. That's what's going to segue because Batman is all
Swear
in Academy Award nominations. But so, what do you think about Marvel pushing?
to me. Throat cancer.
What do you think about? Do you think that Amazing Spider-Man can be nominated for Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor for Martin Sheen, or what do you think? Sally Field, Best Supporting Actress.
I don't know. I think Andrew Garfield might have a shot. I don't think he'll win it, but I think he could get nominated.
You think so?
I'd give him a nomination. I thought he was really good in it. Emma Stone was great, but I don't think it was. I don't know if she deserves an Oscar or not.
Yeah,
she's just nice to look at. Really.
No, she was very good, but I don't think that it deserves an Oscar nomination. I think the movie's about Peter Parker more than anyone else, and so I think Andrew Garfield would be the one that would deserve the nomination.
Lee, being a teenager, and enjoying Avengers, one of the best films of the summer. What do you think about that? Did you like Spider-Man compared to, say, Avengers?
I think they're different films. I think Spider-Man was not nearly as much of an action film in comparison to the Avengers. I think the Avengers was an action film, and it was very, very good. It was a very good action film. It was, I thought it was a great movie. I really liked it. I think Spider-Man, though, is a little bit more dramatic than I think the Avengers was. I think they were going for that dramatic feel to it.
Lee, which one did you like better?
They're two completely different genres, but
Interesting.
I think in kind of satisfying the explosion-y way, I think Avengers was better. But if you're going for more feel to the movie, more kind of depth to it, I think Spider-Man might have been a better movie.
Sorry, just killed a cockroach crawling my leg. I agree, and I agree with what you're saying. Unfortunately, like I said, John didn't see it.
I think all the depth you need is Bruce Banner and the Avengers.
No. well, as the everyman, so you haven't seen Spider-Man. What is your take? What do you think about Spider-Man from what you've heard? And
from what I've heard, I've heard nothing but good things. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a fresh.
Rotten Tomatoes.
They rated it fresh.
Yeah.
So they're usually pretty reliable, and you guys are saying it's good.
Yeah.
It looks alright to me. But then again, I don't know Andrew Garfield as much. I haven't seen The Social Network either.
Actually, I'm actually watching that at work right now as we speak, little by little, and I'm actually loving Aaron Sorkin's screenplay. It's such really.
It's excellent.
I love Aaron Sorkin. For those who don't know, we'll get to television in a bit, but Aaron Sorkin, great writer, Studio 60 and Sons Trip, The West Wing, should be. But I just think Andrew Garfield is that great actor.